The SI Scholarship just recently released their list of eligible programs and eligible schools for 2025-2026 academic session. This is the biggest scholarship in Sweden, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. You know how expensive it is to study in Sweden. Sweden is one of the most expensive countries to study in because of how high their standard of education is. Of course, Sweden is one of the best countries to study in Europe, and with this scholarship, you don't have to pay a dime to study in Sweden. The SI scholarship, which is the Swedish Institute Scholarship for Professionals, is currently partially open, and this scholarship takes care of 100% of your tuition fee, 100% of your living expenses, covers your travel expenses, and every other thing you can think of. This is amazing. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through on how to apply for this scholarship, because this scholarship is quite complex. It's not just like other scholarship where you apply easily. It requires a lot of complexity. You need to first of all apply for admission in one of the 700 selected programs in one of the universities that are also selected in Sweden. In this video, we're going to be looking at the list of these programs and then the list of these schools that are selected. You cannot apply to this scholarship on your own without adequate information. You need a guide on how to apply for this scholarship, and that is what you're going to be getting by the end of this video for absolutely free. If you're new to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share this video so that more persons can get this information. First, we're going to be looking at the application process. Secondly, we're going to be looking at the documents required to gain admission, because first, you have to gain admission in one of the selected schools in Sweden. You have the opportunity to apply for 4 different programs in 4 different schools, or 1 program in 4 different schools, or 4 different programs in 1 school. So you are going to pay 1 application fee, and this application is not done in the school website. Swedish government have a centralized website where you are going to apply for this scholarship. It is called the admissions.se. So you go to that website, you register, and then select 4 different programs in 4 different schools, or 1 program in 4 different schools, or whichever you want to do it. But the idea is that when you apply for these 4 different programs or 4 different schools, you'll be considered for the first one you're going to apply according to your priority. So the one you want first has to come first, and then they're going to consider you for admission for that one. If you qualify, they will give you admission and then turn off the other ones. But if you don't qualify for the first one, they are going to consider it for the second one, and so on and so forth. This is amazing. So this is quite complex though, but we are going to be looking at how this thing works, how you can apply, for this school admission and gain your admission. Then after that, we are going to look at how the documents you need to submit for this admission. The admission is currently open, and that's why you need to start the process now. Even though the scholarship is going to open by February next year, but it is partially open now because they've recently released the list of the programs that are qualified, and so that you can select your program from this list and apply for admission. All right. So, and they've also released some documents like your reference letter, is your statement of purpose, and all of that. So the good thing is that they give you a template on how to write this thing. You don't have to go and write it on your own. They give you templates to use, and all these templates are already made available on their website. And I'm going to be taking you through all of this. Make sure you watch this video to the end. Don't skip any part of this video, because any single mistake you make while applying is going to disqualify you. Of course, the scholarship is highly competitive, so they won't tolerate any form of negligence to instructions, okay? We'll be looking at all the eligible programs. We'll be looking at all the eligible schools. We'll be looking at all the eligible countries. About 32 countries are eligible. And then we are going to be looking at all the requirements for application for admissions first. We're also going to look at for the requirement for application for this scholarship, because we're going to submit 2 different applications for the 2 different programs in 2 different websites. That's just how it is. So come with me, let me show you. This is the website for the Swedish Institute Scholarship. It's a scholarship for the global professional called the SI Scholarship. I'm going to leave the link in the description, and as you can see, this scholarship is mostly for master's program, for those who wants to pursue their master's program. And you have to be someone who is willing to give back to your community. Your plan has to align one of the sustainable development goal. All right, so you have to be someone who is an achiever who, with a lot of work experience and leadership experience, someone who is a leader, who is willing to, give back to their community when after this program. Because during your segment of purpose, you're definitely going to showcase your work experience, your leadership experience, and all of that. So this is it. This is it about it. As you can see, these are the previous scholars. The scholarship level is master's program, and it is available for these 32 countries. We are going to be taking a look at these 32 countries shortly. But first, let's look at the scholarship. It's currently open. It is partially open now because they just recently released a list of eligible programs that you can apply for. Then the official application is going to open in February, and you'll be able to apply for this scholarship in February. But you need to start the process now, because once they open their portal for application, it's not going to be up, it's just about for 2 weeks. And 2 weeks is not going to be enough for you to gather all the documents that you need for this application. And besides, you need to have applied to one of the 700 programs in one of the selected universities in Sweden, and you must have gotten admission by January before you can apply for this scholarship in February. It's a full-time scholarship for a 1 year or 2 year program. So while applying for your program, you need to be careful that you're selecting one of the programs that is going to run for up to a year, at least a year or 2 years in Sweden. So it covers a wide range of study fields, about 700 of these, and it is taught in English. As you can see, it is fully taught in English language. So let's look at some of the eligible criteria. Number one is that you must be a citizen of one of these 32 eligible countries. We're going to be looking at these 32 eligible countries shortly so that you'll be sure that your country is listed among them. So you must be applying for a master's program that is eligible for the SI scholarship. So they just recently released a list of these programs about yesterday. Yeah, it was released on 1st of November, and we are going to be taking a look at these programs as well. Because if you apply for a program that is not among the eligible programs, then you won't be able to apply for this scholarship. Then you must be liable to pay tuition fee at the university admission. You must have demonstrated work experience. So this is mainly for work experience. You must have work experience of at least 3 years. Then you'll be able to prove that you have this work experience. And they have a template that they will give you to allow you prove this work experience. We are going to get to all of that. You must have demonstrated leadership experience from current or previous employee. So it's same thing as work experience, then leadership experience as well. You must have worked with some organization, non-governmental organization, or maybe a civil society. So wherever you've been a leader in. So we're going to be looking at how to prove all of these things. Then the key dates. First, from October to January, you are supposed to apply for master's program in one of the universities in Sweden. And then the deadline is in January. Currently, admissions are open for these schools, and we are going to be looking at how to apply for these admissions. Then, secondly, in November, the SI scholarship documents and eligible program masters are published. So, November 1, this list has been published, and here is the list of the eligible program for 2025-2026 SI scholarship for global professionals. So here in the list, you're going to see the list of qualified universities for this scholarship. If you apply for admission in any school in Sweden that is not among this list, definitely this scholarship is not for you. So you must make sure you're applying to one of these eligible schools and also one of the eligible programs. So these are the master's programs that are eligible, and these are the program code. These are the course code you're just going to copy to go to the universityadmissions.se's website to apply for any of the programs here that you've selected. And this is the credit unit. This tells you the number of years. 60 ETS means 1 year program, while 120 means 2 years program. All right. So you can go through this and list out all the school. For example, if you're interested in data science in Chalmers University of Technology, you simply copy this code and go to university.se and use it to select this program. So you're going to select about 4 programs from 4 different universities, or 4 programs from the same university, or 1 program from 4 different universities, wherever you want it. So you're going to actually rank them according to how you want them. Then they are going to consider you according to how you've ranked this program. The one that you put first is going to be the first one that will be considered and all of that. And so you want to make sure that the program you're applying for is in this their list. All right. Then 10th of February to 26th of February, the application portal for SI scholarship is going to be open. So this is just a space of 16 days, just within 2 weeks. You have just 2 weeks to apply for this scholarship. So you must have applied for one of the selected universities and gain admission to study one of the programs here. Then before you can apply for this scholarship, then by March 2025, the announcement for admission is going to be out. And then in April, the scholarship is going to be announced. And if you qualify for this scholarship, by August, you should be in Sweden and doing your program. So let's look at what is included in this scholarship. This SI Scholarship for Global Professionals is completely funded scholarship that includes full tuition fee coverage. So they are going to cover your tuition fee 100%, and then you're going to be getting a monthly stipend of 12,000 SEK. This is 12,000 krona. This is roughly 1,200 US dollars. This is amazing, guys. Then you're going to get a travel grant. This is going to cover your flight ticket from your home country to Sweden. All right. They are going to give you a one-time payment of 15,000 krona for your travel grant. You're going to become a member of the SI network for future global professionals. So you're going to be inducted into their network to help you grow professionally and build network while in Sweden. Then after your studies, you're going to be inducted into the SI Alumni Network. This is amazing, guys. As you can see, these guys are some of the members of the SI Alumni Network. So just know that this doesn't cover your insurance. It doesn't provide additional grant for any family member. Though you can travel with your family, but this scholarship doesn't cover additional expenses for your family. So you need to take care of your family member that you're coming with or your spouse. Then it doesn't cover the application fee to university admission. Of course, I've mentioned that you're going to pay 900 krona for your admission in the universityadmissions.se website. Then it does not allow extension or change of awarded scholarship period. All right. So if you gain the scholarship for 2025-2026 academic session, and for any reason you're not able to attend or to travel to Sweden, you cannot move the scholarship to next year. All right. That's the thing. So the country of citizenship is one of the criteria. You have to come from one of those 32 countries. You have to be going for a master's program, and that master's program must have to be from one of their eligible program list in one of the eligible institutions. Then you must be eligible to pay tuition fee in the admissions. And then previous work experience, you must have work experience, you must have leadership experience, and all of that. So in subsequent video, I am going to be taking you on how to fill up all these things. We are going to be working with all the templates. So you don't want to miss any of these updates. You may want to subscribe to the channel to make sure you get notifications each time we upload any updates on the SI scholarship and the study in Sweden. So we're going to be looking at the country of citizenship. Here are the 32 countries that are eligible. You have Armenia, you have Bangladesh, Belarus, Bolivia, Brazilian, Colombia, Ecuador, you have Egypt, you have Ethiopian, the Philippines, Georgia, Guatemala, Indonesia, Iraq, Jordan, Kenya, Liberia, Malaysia, Maldives, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, Ukraine, Vietnam, Uganda, Zambia, Morocco, Mexico, Peru, and Thailand. If you look very well, you're going to see that Nigeria, there are some African countries, Senegal is there, Rwanda is there, Nigeria, Maldives. So these are the few African countries that are qualified for this year. There are just few African countries. There used to be more countries in the past, but here Ghana is not here. As of last year, Ghana was there, but that has been removed this year. Cameroon has also been removed. I don't know the reason why, but you don't need to worry about all of that. There are so much more scholarship in Sweden that you can apply for if your country is not here. I am going to be making a separate video to show you a lot of other scholarship. Also, there is another scholarship in this SI website called the Women in STEM scholarship. That women, if you're a woman in STEM,
you can also apply for. And there are so many schools. Most of these schools that you apply for, most of the schools in Sweden give full scholarship. Some of them give partial scholarship, 75% scholarship, 50% scholarship. I have I have students who have gotten these scholarships, and I'm going to be showing you in another video. So if your country is not listed here, do not worry. There are so many other scholarships also that you can apply to, and I'm going to be showing you all of that in the next video. So these are the eligible programs we talked about. When you click on this PDF, it is going to bring you here. So you can just click on it. It's going to bring you to this PDF file where you have a list of these 700 programs from different universities. These are different top universities in Sweden that you can apply for. So do well to go through this school. Make sure you're applying with the application code. Make sure the application code you're applying with matches the exact one on the universityadmissions.se website. So you can just, I'm going to give a link to this website. Make sure you go to this website and read everything that is here so that you can be able to apply. So you are not eligible if you are currently enrolled or hold a degree from a Swedish university. So if you've studied in Sweden before, you are not eligible for this scholarship. If you have already resided in Sweden for cumulatively 2 years, if you have lived in Sweden for 2 years, then you cannot apply for this scholarship. If you have previously been awarded a Swedish Institute scholarship, of course, you cannot apply. Then if you have a Swedish or EU or EEA citizenship, a Swedish permanent residency, okay. So if you have residency in Sweden, then you are not qualified. If you have dual citizenship and you're not listed in this country, you need to click on this link to check out these countries, then you are not also qualified. Let's look at how to apply for this scholarship. First, you need to apply for admissions like we've stated already. Secondly, you need to apply for the scholarship when the scholarship is open, and then they will go through your documents. All the documents are submitted, then they will notify you first for admission, and then they will notify you for the scholarship.
So that is all for the SI scholarship. If you have any questions, please drop your questions on the comment section and I'm going to respond to them immediately. I'm going to drop the link on the description for this for the SI scholarship website. I'm going to be making subsequent videos. In the next video, we are going to be looking at how to apply for this scholarship. I'm going to walk you through on how to register on the university admissions website, how to select your 4 courses, how to rank them, and how to submit your application, how to upload all the basic documents you need, and all of that. I'm going to be walking you through all this in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button so that you can be notified once I drop that video, because you don't want to miss anything, you don't want to make any mistakes. I'm going to be dropping relevant updates to help you apply for this scholarship successfully and relocate to Sweden with your family next year. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again.